Well, Tanya, it's 9:30. Are you running this?
Yes, I am. Let me check. Are you ready to start? Okay. All right. Well, good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. This is the agenda review for Wednesday, September 21st, which is next week, Wednesday. So we'll go over the regular agenda for the County Commission meeting. Okay, Stephanie, do you have anything for the opening for communications?
Yes, so we talked with Julie Stimson from Emergency Management about talking about National Preparedness Month, when they encourage families to plan ahead and put together disaster kits. She's going to do a short presentation about that, as well as give preliminary results of the WIA test that happened back on Monday, September 12th. They won't have final results, but she can kind of give us an idea of how that went. The other thing we were going to recognize was National Security Officer Appreciation Week. So this is to honor those who serve in-house or contract security personnel, of which in the US there are almost 1,200,000 security officers. So again, just a week to tell people thank you for their hard work. And that's it for the opener.
Okay. Commissioners, any questions on that or anything? Okay. Invocation, I know that Sabrina is still working on finding someone to cover the invocation. So then we'll move on to regular business. For the appointments, we have a resignation for Commissioner Meitzner's Citizen Advisory Board. And then we move into consent. So I don't know if there's any questions on any consent items. And then Sabrina just this morning sent out an update that there was an addition to the consent agenda.
I have a question on item D. So I've not gone back and reviewed 25-270. Was it 2705A? Forget the statute exactly, but the destruction of records. We have not done the appointment like this before, have we? Is this a new law?
It's not a new law. What we're trying to do is bring us into compliance with the existing law. I think in the past, they have appointed one representative of each party on a per destruction basis or per instance. This is appointing them for 2 years in order to go ahead and we wouldn't have to go ahead and take that vote every time that we have an election.
Have we coordinated with the party chairman to make sure that they are available to take these appointments?
Yes.
Okay, and then do we have a list of what's planning to be destroyed for that activity?
I don't have that at the current time. The next election that is up are the 2020 presidential election records. And those are slated to be destroyed this month.
Okay, and I know there's been some debate behind the scenes on, lawsuits trying to stop that. I assume that that's all settled at this point.
They've been dismissed by the courts, yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, any other questions or for consent items?
On the senior funding, and it's only for Mount Hope.
For the area, it's the area plan that is on the agenda.
Yeah, no, and that it's the one contract with Mount Hope.
Oh, yes, that,
So it's just
Yes.
$10,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't get that, everybody else was.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions on consent? Okay.
So I just have one question.
Sure.
So this meeting was originally canceled and now it's back on. What is the most pressing thing that has to be voted on next week as to why this meeting was scheduled? The meeting was originally canceled at request of a commissioner, and now the meeting has been put back on the agenda to be held in. And I'm just wondering, what was the reason that the meeting was canceled and now it is not canceled? What is the most pressing thing that has to be voted on, which is the reason why we're holding the meeting?
I don't know if I can answer that question, Commissioner.
Well, it was originally canceled because 2 out of the commissioners are going to be absent, but now there's only one going to be absent.
Okay, so that's not what the email from Tom said, so I guess we'll just need to talk about that. I do plan to zoom in to this meeting, so we'll need to
Okay.
make sure that that is available and beforehand.
Sure.
Okay.
That's not a problem. We can always make Zoom available for that. Okay, any other thing on this particular meeting? Okay, let me move into the governing body of Fire District Number 1 for Wednesday, September 21st. So we have one item, and that is the report of Board of Bids of Contracts. And so we had one item, which was personal protective equipment. I don't know if Chairman or Commissioner, do you have any questions on that item?
Those items are sure expensive.
Okay, seeing there are no other questions, that concludes agenda review for next week. Thank you, everyone, for being on.
Great, 6 minutes.